Okay, we're back with probably the last video of the series of rebuilding this hatch. So I reassembled it off camera. It was pretty much exactly the same as the disassembly video. So I had the tint done by a professional company. They did a great job, and they complained about it as much as I did because this material is really hard to work with, and it does actually scratch relatively easily. So it's not perfect, but it's 10 times better than when I did it. So they coated both sides with the tint film, and now I have it back. I did actually call the company for the replacement parts. They had everything in stock except for the seal, which is actually what I need, because you can see the seal is deformed, and under certain conditions it actually does leak on the boat. Under a rainstorm or waves and stuff, I do get some in, so this has to be replaced. But they won't have it till June, so I guess I'll have to run with it this season. But they do have all the rest of the parts in stock, and I will order them when I order the seal, only because everything here works, and I was just getting spares. So I basically just installed the hardware. I did add a little bit of seal coat to the hardware to make it slide a little bit easier, and I installed the lifts and the hinges. I have to back them off when I install them, just put them in so I don't lose them. And I did put some Tef gel on all the hardware that moves, just again so it comes apart later. So I will go on the boat and I will install this and also remove the tape for the varnish. So okay, welcome back. I'm on the boat now. So the first thing I need to do before I put the hatch on is to give it a quick polish, the rest of the frame. So I will do that, and then we can put the hatch on. So a little bit of polish. I won't bore you with the whole thing, but I'll show you that I need to polish it first, do everything before installing it. One thing about the prism polish is over time it kind of separates into liquid and solid, so that's about the only downside to this stuff. I've noticed that before. I don't know if it's because of the heat or what, but it does separate. It's still effective though, so I'm not too worried. Okay, so I went over the entire frame with the polish, and I rubbed it in with the blue rag. So I'm done with the polish now. Now I'll take the cotton cloth and just polish it up nice and shiny. We'll go around the whole thing, and then we'll be ready to mate the hatch to the boat. So that's where we stand now. Okay, so we're polished up, and we will go and install the hatch onto the boat. So the first thing I need to do is actually remove the set screws on the hatch. So let me at least get the hatch in place. Let the arms drop in. And I will need the Allen key. Okay, let's see how that works. So I loosen the set screw, so I just need to slide the pins out. Remember, they go in one way only because they're keyed, so we have to remember that. So that's that. And I did put some coating on this so it doesn't corrode. Probably not necessary because it's stainless on stainless. hammer speed, it only goes in one way, so you gotta kind of get it right. Remember, everything's a hammer. So I got it, the hatch arm just laying in there. I still have to put the bolt in it, well, the nut on it, and then I need to adjust it. So let me do that and let me get back to you. Okay, we're back in the boat. The hatch is installed. I got the set screws set. So the only thing I need to do is adjust the screws, those set screws, because they are adjustable, to adjust the tension on the seal. And then I need to adjust the screws for tension as well, because they're on a spring. So I need to adjust those. But other than that, the hatch is done. And I just need to take the tape off of the varnish. And I will do that momentarily. Okay, so I got it all adjusted. So now when you take the hatch handle and you close it, it's going to pull the seal closed and crush the gasket. And it looks like I have a good crush all around. So I'm happy with that. Now when you open it, undo both hatches, put this, one of them vertical, perpendicular to the arm, and then when you push it up, it'll catch on the first click, and that's usually perfect for getting ventilation. But if you want it more, you can pull it out and push it to another detent. But greasing this made a big difference. It feels so much nicer now. So let's take the tape off to expose the new varnish. And on the varnish, I did go with a rubbed effect varnish on this because the high gloss was just a little too much for in here. So the last coat I put on was the rubbed effect. So that's usually more for an interior. So let me take that off. Let's see how this comes off. Hopefully it won't pull the varnish. This is always the most satisfying part of doing a varnish job, providing the paint underneath doesn't come with it. And so far it looks good. I will take the rest of it off and come back. Okay, we have the tape off and it looks really good. Some of the paint did come off. Not totally unexpected because the paint's probably 25 years old, if not more. So, and it's exposed to the elements a lot when the hatch is open. So at some point I'll probably touch that up, but I probably won't do that this season because it's so minor. There's a couple little chips here and there. So that's the only spot of run that I had, was right here. So that's the only part that got run that ran underneath the varnish. So, oh, it's a little spot there, which I didn't catch. So this will need some attention at some point, but I'm not going to do it this season. I have other important things. But the varnish looks excellent. I'm real happy with the varnish. The rub effect does always look excellent on an interior. So I guess that will conclude this video series on fixing the hatch and doing the varnish around the hatch. So if you have a manship hatch, this is pretty much all you need to know. Get all the spares while they're still available and just have them on board. And that's it. Again, thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.